When the wrong person gets empowered with finances, what they do when they have the finances kind of tells you who they really are. Sometimes they can actually hide that character and never actually even show it until you've seen it, like after it's been a while. Now you're seeing everything coming out in the clear and you're kind of like, oh, I never saw that coming. There is a recent article that was published and I wanted to go through the article. I think the source says that it is from the Sunday World. That's where the original information comes from. Of a school that's recently been kicked out. And so we're going to go back in there and read the article. It's the Christianity Show, the daily Christian commentary videos. If it's the first time of the year, do check out some other videos that are down in the pinned comments. So check them out. If you do have time, make time. I should have said, if you didn't have time, make time. But people have time for entertainment video, entertainment news, or will have time to watch whatever shows they like online. This is pretty much like that. You could treat this as your small conversation with a church friend on Sunday. Let's go over to this article and let's get reading on what it says. This is what the article says. It says, Gauteng Education to assist 200 pupils kicked out of a private school after eviction by BUSHIRI Ministries on Mandela Day. On the day of charity. On the day of charity. On the day of charity, Papa Bush was thinking of some revenge matters. What can I revenge South Africa on? And this is what he decided. And so the article goes on to say, I think the MEC was kind of talking on the matter. About 200 pupils of kids, Millstone Primary School, are independent. An independent school in Midrand will endure a delayed start of their third term as they have been evicted from their premises after the June holidays. Okay, the Gauteng Department of Education said, okay, that the school management was notified of their eviction when was due. So it's very recently, basically, by the new owner. The new owners actually just found out. And that part there where it says new owners, you may actually note it right there. Right about there, right? The owners. So initially when I saw that part, I was like, how? So the owners, did they know before this letter came out? And probably they just forgot about it, or they just thought, we'll do without it. Turns out, no, this was a school that was sold to them, I guess. It says, according to the Sunday World, the school was owned by the BUSHIRI Ministries, who has since sold it, the school, to a new owner. They reportedly sold them a school. Then all of a sudden, because him is no longer here, let me revenge the country through you. And so he did this mandam weird thing over here. Okay, they reported that the school's principal had been notified of the pending eviction in June. They just came today and evicted us and so these kids now no longer have a place for the school to open to. And a lot of times, my bad if you're seeing the camera jerking up there. I don't know if it's the battery or what's going on. But it might be load shedding because, yeah, it's probably load shedding. And so it's very hard for a school to just be up and leave in a certain location, especially if they had just recently moved into that particular location. Reason being, okay, I could just probably turn this camera to me. Reason being, schools normally need time in order for them to adjust, the schedule for the students and stuff like that. And sometimes if a school is in a certain area, they can't just be up and leave, right? The reason being that they can't leave because they have to be right within the vicinity where people have known them to be. So if a school is in a certain area, they're kind of trapped to be in that area. And they have to remain in that area for as long as possible because, okay, this is a bit of a thingy. Let me improvise. Just give me a second. Now, as I was saying, I'll be making the report while I'm not on camera. Now, if you think about it, they have to remain in the same location where people have known them to be because, first of all, the school is known to be in a certain area. So if the school is known to be in a certain area, it's important that people of the same area that they have known them to be, all right, of the same location that they have known them to be, to kind of find them in that same area. If not, that creates problems for people that have been there, wanted their kids to go to that particular school. So you can't just be up and leave the school. And so that's what would create reason number one for why they can't just be up and leave or be kicked out. But the part that I kind of found very interesting was this part here where they say that they were just up and left. They were just up and kicked out, okay? They just evicted us today. And I think I did see pictures of it. I don't see pictures on this article. It is so bad for the children because the school is opening tomorrow. So they were closed out almost the previous day. I'm reading this article from IOL. Ne? And they were not even lenient on the children. The school principal, Pastor James, told the Sunday World, okay, the MEC then responded, he said that we are aware of the baffling situation of the school and said that it was unfortunate for the learners to start their third term in this basis. And so sometimes a school can't just be up and leave. They need like a very long period because it's a school after all. They need the location of the school. It's kind of a very central thing. It can't be just anywhere. You know, it can't just be any building. It has to be a very specific building. So it's much more harder for them to just go out and find a building that looks like that. Papa Bush. I wish. Papa Bush and his people there, they were like, nah. We got some revenge to do. You people are the ones who are next to us. So this is what you have to suffer. So note here, other people are made to see him as a champion, you know, for the society, champion for. But then, on the other hand, we have this particular image here of him that looks very much dodgy man type of stuff. That looks very suspect. It looks questionable. The question is, which image is one being fed, or which image is one being told is more than the other one, or is more real than the other one? I just thought this was quite an interesting one, and it shows you the character of the person when kids are now being kicked out right before. And bear in mind, he sold the school to them, then proceeded not to give them more time in his particular thing. So he still owns property in South Africa. Quite interesting. I'm just saying. Quite interesting that he still owns property in South Africa. I thought he only had thingy, or maybe he registered it under the church or something like that. But for a church, doesn't this church have a church board? Can the church board override the decisions that are? It's a school. So like, and someone might say, okay, but Ricky, this is business. Okay, I pretty much get you. But if you know you're gonna kick them out, right from the time when you are writing out your sales entire jazz, right? When you are writing out your sales letters of intent, intending to sell the school, why not announce, hey, we're giving you this much period for you to be there. Y'all guys gonna have to ditch it and find something else in the meantime. It's just something else. It's just wild that people are just told on the last day Yeah, school is opening tomorrow. Yeah, you guys are out of here. I just find that dodgy. But hey, what can you expect from Bushiri and his friends? Bushiri and his friends, they are on the wild side, man. They live on the wild side. It's a Rick show. Do daily Christian commentary videos. Other episodes done today, they'll be down in the pinned comments. If you don't see any, probably because of this load shedding. But I'm running on battery right now. So if you don't see any other episodes, just check later. There was a surprise load shedding that they put up. We were not supposed to have load shedding today. They just put one out of nowhere. But quite interesting how people's characters kind of show themselves after a while.